In his first 100 days in office, President Biden promised swift action on everything from immigration reform to coronavirus pandemic relief.
And we're halfway there, 50 days in. The president has made some major strides on a number of key campaign pledges, while others are still awaiting action. NewsNation's Joe Khalil joining us now from the nation's capital with more. Joe.
President Biden's first 50 days are largely going to be marked by how he's handled the COVID-19 pandemic. So we already know he's on his way to signing into law his first major agenda item, which is that $1.9 trillion COVID stimulus package that just passed its last hurdle in Congress today. It's the one that we've been talking about. Obviously, that was a big priority for him even before he got into office. So check mark there. On the effort to vaccinate as well, President Biden, he's called that the light at the end of the tunnel. He set a goal of 100 million vaccinations in his first 100 days. So far, 79 million people have been vaccinated since President Biden took office in his first 50 days. So he's well on to his way to achieving that 100-day target. For that, many fellow Democrats have given the new president some high marks.
I'm just encouraged that, the president in his initial days had really emphasized the need to get this bill out. And I'm amazed at the way he networked. He is going to continue to push for bipartisan response. I think that's important.
But the new administration now faces a growing challenge at the southern border, as we've just heard a little bit already. A new surge of migrants from South and Central America. Monthly apprehensions have risen, and in February, Customs and Border Protection say they encountered more than 100,000 people trying to get into the country illegally, and more than 3,200 unaccompanied migrant children are in CBP custody as of just Monday. President Biden also promised coming into office to be a uniter in chief and to try to work across the aisle as much as possible. His first Oval Office meeting with members of Congress was actually with 10 Republican senators. So he was making an overture there to the other side. He's since held multiple bipartisan meetings at the White House. But on this COVID relief package that just passed the House, the president did not win over a single Republican. It passed entirely with Democratic votes.
I'm disappointed that he has not brought forth the unity message or tried to seek unity when he was giving his inaugural address. He talked about unifying the country, bringing Republicans and Democrats together. We've not seen that.
Now, there's also been some criticism that President Biden's been too aggressive with his use of executive orders. He signed 17 orders and directives in just his first day in office. So to give you some perspective here, in his total term, President Barack Obama signed 276. President Trump signed 220. So far, President Biden has signed 37, which would put him on pace to be well over his previous two presidents. However, should caveat that many of those first day executive orders actually reverse policies that were in the previous administration. So that's certainly a number, the executive orders moving forward, that we in the media are going to be well paying attention to. Rob?